Hey everybody, I'm Zach and this is Andrew. Thanks for joining us. We wanted to talk to you guys today about something interesting. It's about why we feel the need to be right, even when it's going to bring us unhappiness or cost us our happiness.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey,
James.
James, good to see you. Yeah, so hey Sam, good to see you too. Oh, hey David, wow, lots of people coming, awesome. So why do we feel the need to be right? And basically when we feel the need to be right about something, we're gonna start an argument, we're gonna participate in an argument. Hey Michael, good to see you. Hey Steven. I have a short story to tell you. So just the other night, Zach and I were watching a TV show together, just relaxing, trying to relax and have a really nice time. And there was a scene where basically these kids in a classroom were supposed to write down a prompt from the teacher. And I'm watching and I'm like, oh yeah, wow, look, they're all focusing and writing a lot. And a few minutes later into the show, Zach makes a comment and he's like, yeah, none of the kids were even paying attention. They weren't writing anything down. I was like, wait a minute. Like, that's the opposite thing that I heard that I saw when I was watching this show. And I felt the need to prove him wrong. I was like, what? Are you kidding? They were all focused. They were all writing down their two truths and a lie.
And as tiny and as mundane as that topic is, I felt triggered and I felt the need to, stand up for my opinion, for what I saw. I felt like I was right and I had to prove it.
Yeah, and so we were going back and forth, literally kind of debating. It wasn't too heated or crazy. No punches were thrown.
Not this time.
But we felt the need to prove each other wrong. And eventually I realized, I was like, wow, I'm not feeling that great right now. This is not the purpose of watching this show and relaxing. Hey, Jason, and hey, Blake, good to see you on here. And it was like, okay, I mean, if we really wanted to, we could rewind it, and I can show you that the kids are actually writing the answers down. And Zach would say otherwise. We never resolved the true answer, because ultimately we realized it doesn't freaking matter.
Thank God.
If the kids were writing down the answer or not.
Yeah.
And so
Totally not important.
Yeah, totally not important. Hey, Lawrence, good to see you. So we decided to, just move on and enjoy the show and enjoy the rest of our evening.
Yeah.
So that was just one small example where really feeling the need to be right over something trivial kind of lowered our energy for a little bit and caused us to not feel as happy and relaxed as we'd like to be.
Hi, John
Michael. And
this can happen when even bigger things are at stake. Actually 2 weekends ago, my little sister got married. And it was a beautiful event. Congratulations, Kara and Val. We love you guys. So at the wedding, I had the opportunity to reconnect with some family members that I had somewhat been at odds with since the last presidential election, which I know for a lot of people, who found themselves on different sides of the spectrum, a lot of controversy, a lot of frustration, a lot of disagreements. And while at the time I gave big lip service to everyone should have their own opinion and everyone's entitled to believe whatever they want, I found myself holding a grudge and being judgmental against people, these family members who didn't see eye to eye with my perspective. And at the time I was short-sighted and like I said, judgmental, and I couldn't understand how people didn't agree with me, and it made me treat them differently. And it takes a lot for me to admit this. I'm not proud of it. But at the same time, it felt so great to reconnect with my family members and to really open up and admit that I had been short-sighted and I had been judgmental and I had lost sight of the beautiful relationship that we had before we started butting heads a little bit. And instead of seeing the big picture, the beautiful relationship that we shared, how my family members had taken me in when my parents were in a car wreck, and just lots of things, just all of this beauty that we shared, I was overlooking because of this small, topic that we were just in disagreement about. And so I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to clear the air and really apologize for being judgmental and for allowing there to be tension between us. And I'm so glad that I was able to reconnect. I could see the look on my aunt's face when I told her, what I had gone through and how I was sorry. And it was just amazing to see her light up and to feel that love and connection that we shared. And it was nice to know that, you know, just butting heads wasn't going to allow us to ruin our relationship.
Yeah. And so it's amazing that they were really able to agree to disagree in this area truly and still love each other and move forward. And I don't see the name, but I saw a comment where someone said, "Because you're my husband and you love me." And I think that's a really great solution, especially if it works both ways, to say, because I'm your husband and you love me, please just accept my thoughts. That's really brilliant. Maybe we can try that
we'll
sometimes too. And so
Hi, Dina.
Yes, hey Dina. So we just talked about some times when arguments and holding grudges for people not agreeing with us can cause a lot of harm and conflict. But there will be times when it is important to really find a common ground, and where agreeing to disagree just won't work.
There are situations where, you need to speak up for your opinion and speak up for yourself, but there's really tactful ways that we can do that.
Yeah, really tactful ways that aren't just flat out disagreeing with someone and making them feel bad, because ultimately nobody can win an argument. If it becomes heated, and even if you prove the other person wrong, like say, for example, our TV story, if I proved Zach wrong and the kids were writing on the paper, what would that do for me? And he would not have felt good about it. I wouldn't feel good that Zach didn't feel good. So
what's to be gained?
Right. So what's to be gained? So one example could be, say if you're arranging like a dinner party and your friend wants to go to a restaurant that you know is going to be a 3-hour wait or something like that. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Let's just go. We'll show up. It'll be great." But in your head, you know it's not going to be great, so you want to say something. So instead of just saying, "Actually, no, it's going to be awful. We need to go somewhere else," here's the key phrase to use. You want to say, "I could be wrong. But I heard it could be a really long wait that night, and we might not be able to eat dinner." That's just what some people have told me. So I could be wrong about this, though, but maybe we should call the restaurant and just make sure that we know for sure.
Or I could be wrong, but in my experience, this restaurant has really long waits. We might want to call ahead or make other plans. But we didn't tell anybody that you're wrong. We didn't take an aggressive tone. We didn't shift it and make them feel bad for the choice they made. We actually are taking some accountability that we might not be right, but this is our experience and X, Y, and Z. So it really gives you a safe way to approach your idea or your perspective without making the other person feel uncomfortable or like you're attacking them.
Right, exactly. So if you take away anything from this video, yes, Blake says pick our battles. Yes, exactly. So important. If there's nothing to be gained from proving somebody wrong, then maybe that's not a battle to pick. But if it is going to affect you, if a decision is made that's not in your favor, then remember the phrase, "I could be wrong, but blank," and then you can present your idea in a really neutral way where you're not starting an argument,
but making your point.
And having a really civil discussion.
So we hope this was helpful for you guys. If you're just joining this or watching the replay, please give us some thumbs up. Shoot us some comments down below. What are some situations you've experienced like this, or maybe some other techniques that you found to be helpful? We'd love to read your feedback. Thanks, Scott. He says, great topic.
Yeah, glad you liked it, Scott.
Hey, Doug. Good to see you again. Thanks again for watching. We really appreciate you guys joining us on our journey. This has been such a beautiful experience.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.